What's going on YouTube? My name is Dom, and in this video here today, this is another map breaking mortars video. And this one I wanted to focus on places where people camp like motherfuckers, where it's really hard to get people out. And for that I chose Urban Incursion and Jungle Base, because there's pretty much two main buildings on that. There people camp the fuck out of them. But in doing so, I also came up with another idea for another series. Because of this clip right here that I found on one of the towers on Jungle Base, I came up with the idea. What about a Ghost Recon parkour series where basically I'll show you all the ins and outs of jumping off buildings and how to get out of sticky situations really quick. Like on certain maps like Scrapyard, here's how you can get from this building, from the top of this building to this building in, you know, 5 seconds or whatever, something like that. But anyway, let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But let's go ahead and let's hop into today's video. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna begin this video on probably Urban Incursion, because I felt like this one was pretty simple. So my main objective here was to get people to stop camping in the medical building that's right next to access point. I've seen people go in there just repeatedly and they just sit there and fucking like something like 4 assaults or maybe 3 assaults and a medic, something ridiculous like that. People just camp in here with mines and whatnot. So essentially the ways that I found in this, nothing game breaking, nothing that's going to light the entire building up, but there are bits and pieces where you can really wear people down if you know where to place them. So I'm going to show you all of the exits that you can put them into, essentially fuck people up in those rooms, the exact angles that you have to hit as well. Now something to keep in mind is you can actually hit rocks that are jutting up out of the ground. You can actually drop it on access point. You can drop it on some of the surrounding rooftops to clear out the little bit to clear out the windows that are in that building. So go ahead and check out those clips.
Check your targets. What's your goddamn background?
Step it up. We're running out of time.
Check your targets. Check fire, check fire.
So now on Jungle Base, I felt like I got more of a payoff from Jungle Base. Not necessarily from mortars, but there are a few ways to play this map and a few things that you might not be familiar with. Of course, my main objective here was to get people to stop camping in that little prison-looking building that's, you know, that used to be a 3-stack, used to be able to go on all 3 floors of that. Not anymore, though. So that building is incredibly hard to get kills with. When you're mortaring that building, it's very difficult. You have to drop it pretty much on the middle doorway or on the front doorway facing top spawn or bottom spawn, I'm sorry, facing bottom spawn, because you're really not going to hit much else. If you drop it on the back door of that building, you will clear out a little bit, but there is a little step there that you have to be careful of, because that will actually block your mortar from doing damage inside there. So if you want to do damage inside there, you have to prop it a little ways back. Now something to keep in mind with that building is when those windows that are around the back, they are boarded up, but there's a little glitch, I think. When you throw a grenade at those windows for the very first time, they will go through. They will go through and into the building, and when you throw them the rest of the time, they will get blocked by the boards and shit that is there. That's something incredibly interesting, so make sure that you don't mortar that building too early. You want to save your mortars for last. After you throw a shit ton of nades through every single door, through every window, then you want to start mortaring people. And you can clear out that building pretty well. You can hit some pretty good angles on that, but it's just not super effective. Now in the other building, the other 3-stack, that one's pretty simple. That's the same building. It's the same building that's on Sub Factory. Same angles you're going to want to hit there. Something interesting I found on that, a lot of people like to mortar the stairways on the 3-stack buildings. They like to mortar that stairwell because it'll clear out the second floor. But if you actually can call that and people drop it on the stairway, you can stay on the top floor without taking damage if that mortar goes in the stairway. So if that happens, you may not even have to move. I think a lot of people get killed or take damage because they feel like they have to run away from it, but just because you are in the red circle does not mean you can take damage. Now also on Jungle Base, there's a nice little rooftop that you can get up on the middle. I never knew about this until I tested it out when I was in a custom, but you can hop up on that rooftop, which is very good if people are camping in that building. You can basically see every direction around it except for the backside, but you can see people when they're leaving, if they're pushing in certain directions. It's a great spot to go to. I honestly never knew you could get up there until I tried it in a custom. I've never seen anybody up there. Let me know if you guys have. But anyway, also about those towers, you can jump off those without taking damage. If you watch these clips, you'll be able to jump out of those without taking any fall damage. And also that's pretty much it for this video. Please let me know what you guys would like to see about the parkour maps. If that's something that you would want to see, please let me know down in the comment section. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully we have an update coming on Tuesday. Fingers crossed, but we have nothing confirmed, but hopefully. Anyway, stay tuned to the channel to keep up with all of those updates.